If you've ever dealt with a rat problem, you know the routine. You buy ultrasonic plugins, lay down peppermint oil, and set snap traps. But those repellents and traps often fail to stop an active infestation. Catching the rats already inside your house only treats the symptom. Until you find and permanently seal the physical breaches around your home's exterior, new rats will simply walk right back in to take their place. That brings us to the professional standard for rodent control, known as the exclusion method. This is a systematic process to locate every structural gap, seal the physical perimeter of your home, and verify that nothing can get in or out. To execute this method properly, you need the right materials. This includes a roll of 1/4-inch stainless steel mesh, a tub of water-stop hydraulic concrete, non-toxic smoke candles, plastic roof rat caps, and a standard Wi-Fi security camera. Relying solely on temporary interior pest control is a losing battle. By shifting to permanent structural exclusion, you close the doors to your home and break the cycle of recurring infestations. Step 1 is evaluating the outside of your house. Your exterior walls and foundation are your first line of defense. Dense vegetation, tall grass, and piles of debris pushed up against the foundation give rats a concealed, protected place to build their nests. Rats are also expert climbers. Thick vines like ivy and jasmine act as natural ladders, providing the grip and cover rats need to scale your walls and easily access vulnerable spots along your roofline. To find exactly where they are traveling, look for grease marks. Because rats follow the exact same routes every night, the oils and dirt from their fur leave distinct dark smudges along walls and entry holes. You have to inspect these paths closely because rats possess a unique biological advantage. Their rib cages are highly flexible and can collapse, allowing them to squeeze their bodies through gaps that look impossibly small. This brings us to a diagnostic tool called the toonie test. A toonie is a Canadian $2 coin, roughly 1/2 inch across. This diagram shows a rat's skeletal structure collapsing its rib cage. As you can see, if a rat can fit its skull through a gap the size of that coin, its entire body can follow. Any gap that size is a viable entry point. Now that we've checked the ground level, we have to look up. Some of the most common entry points are completely invisible from the ground, hidden inside your roof's architecture and plumbing vents. To find these hidden breaches, professionals use a diagnostic smoke test. This diagram shows exactly how it works. You connect a shop vacuum to your main rooftop sewer vent and drop a non-toxic smoke candle inside. The vacuum forces the colored smoke down through the plumbing system. Watch as the smoke leaks out from under the eaves. When you see smoke escaping the exterior of the house, it indicates a structural failure. This is often a hidden gap where the roof overlaps the fascia boards, creating a pathway directly into the attic. If you leave these hidden architectural flaws unsealed, any trapping effort you make inside the house is a waste of time. The doors remain wide open for new colonies to enter. Step 2 is permanently sealing the entry points we just exposed. This requires highly specific structural materials, and many homeowners make critical errors by using the wrong DIY supplies. A common mistake is using expanding foam. A rat's front teeth never stop growing, and they rank a 5.5 on the Mohs hardness scale. That means their teeth are harder than aluminum, and they will quickly chew right through that standard plastic foam. Another weak material is basic steel wool. When exposed to rain and exterior moisture, steel wool rapidly rusts, degrades, and crumbles away, leaving the hole completely open again. The correct primary exclusion procedure starts with 1/4-inch stainless steel wire mesh. You take this mesh and pack it tightly and deeply into every exposed structural gap to form a rigid, chew-proof physical barrier. Once the mesh is packed in, you apply the secondary exterior layer. Cover the stainless steel with a water-stop hydraulic concrete. This dries into a permanent, weatherproof seal that blocks out both rodents and water damage. With the foundation gaps filled with steel and concrete, we move back up to the roof to secure the open plumbing and dryer exhaust vents. To block vertical entry down your pipes, you install heavy plastic rat caps over the open plumbing vents. For your dryer exhaust, replace the standard louvered covers with a magnetic sealing flap that stays firmly shut when the dryer isn't running. You might be wondering why we use plastic caps to stop an animal that we just established can easily chew through plastic. The answer comes down to rat psychology.
Rats have a severe fear of open exposure and airborne predators. They simply will not sit exposed on a rooftop for the hours required to chew through a heavy plastic pipe. By combining hardened structural materials at the ground level with an understanding of rat psychology on the roof, you turn your home's exterior into an impenetrable barrier. Step 3 is the final purge. By successfully sealing the exterior perimeter, you have effectively trapped the remaining rat population inside the structure, cutting off their external food and water supply. Now that they are sealed inside, you deploy your snap traps. Instead of scattering traps randomly across your insulation, place them exclusively near the main attic access points where you can easily reach them. For bait, skip the traditional cheese or meat. Use crunchy peanut butter. The scent is incredibly strong, and the sticky texture forces the rat to stop and work up the bait rather than quickly snatching it away. This 3D schematic shows a critical mechanical trick for baiting. Notice how the peanut butter is placed specifically on the back side of the trigger loop. The rat must pull the trigger upward to eat, drastically increasing the trap's activation success rate, ensuring it snaps cleanly. Once the traps stop catching anything, you move to the final verification protocol. Deploying night vision Wi-Fi security cameras directly into the attic or crawl space to monitor the newly sealed environment. Keep these cameras running and monitor the footage for 5 to 15 days. If that entire window of time passes with zero biological activity on the cameras, you have successfully cleared the interior. Meanwhile, on the outside, any exterior rats will quickly realize their old pathways are gone. You may even catch footage of them scratching at the concrete seals before ultimately giving up and turning away. True residential security does not rely on a never-ending cycle of traps and poison. By committing to verifiable physical structural exclusion, you ensure your home remains permanently yours.